So as I mentioned in the last lecture, watch mode is a great start, but what if we have more than one TypeScript file? What if we also have a analytics.ts file where we hypothetically send analytics data to our server? Now here, to just have anything in there, I'll just put in a console log statement, but of course you could be sending HTTP requests to your analytics service here, as I said. So let's say we also did import this file here in our index.html file. If we point at analytics.js here, which does not exist yet, but which will exist after compilation, then we could be loading these two files. And of course, we want to compile both files whenever one of them changes. Now, for that, it would be nice if we could enter some general watch mode where we just run tsc like this, so without pointing at a file, and it just watches our entire project folder and recompiles any TypeScript file that might change. Well, turns out that this is possible. For that, we just need to tell TypeScript that this here is one project that should be managed with TypeScript. And we do that by, first of all, and we only need to do this once, running tsc --init. So I'm not pointing at a specific file here. I just run tsc and then --init here. And again, this is only required once. It will initialize this project in which you run this command as a TypeScript project. That means it will now basically tell TypeScript that everything in the folder where you run this command, and therefore it's important that you navigate it into the right folder before you ran this command. With the built-in terminal here in VS Code, I'm automatically in this project folder where my files are, so that this project is now managed by TypeScript. So let's hit enter, and what this does is it creates this tsconfig.json file. This basically is the indicator for TypeScript that the project in which this file lies and all subfolders of this folder should be managed by TypeScript. Now, if we have a look into this file, we see there are a bunch of options, most of them commented out. They're just there so that you see that you could set them, and you got a short explanation here as well. But we don't have to worry about those right now. We'll dive into them in a second. For the moment, let's just close this file here, and let's see what this gives us. Because what it does give us is that we can now run just tsc like this without pointing at a specific file. And what this will do is it will tell TypeScript to go ahead and compile all TypeScript files, so all .ts files, it can find in this project. So if I hit enter here, you see this takes a while, and now what we got is this analytics.js file and this app.js file. Now, the analytics.js file was just created by TypeScript because it found that we have the analytics.ts file, and as I said, it will now compile all TypeScript files in the project. And of course, this can also be combined with watch mode. You can run tsc-w or --watch as I showed before, and this will now enter watch mode for all TypeScript files. So now, whenever I change one of them and I save it, it will recompile. And it will recompile that file that changed and therefore also reflect the change in the JavaScript file. And hence now here, if I go back to my page, we see sending data here as well, because now the analytics.ts file was also compiled.